Hello and welcome to Pearls of Paradise. My name is Courtney and I'm coming to you from Parma, Ohio, where I live with my husband Mason and all of our yarn. Today is Friday, September 27th, and I'm really glad that you're joining me. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, a huge welcome back. I appreciate every single one of you who watches my videos and interacts with me in the comments, and it's really great. So welcome, I'm really glad you're here. Everything I talk about today should be linked down below. If I'm missing something that you're interested in, feel free to reach out to me and I'll get you the information the best I can. Social medias are linked down below too. You can find me on Instagram, Ravelry, Goodreads, Pokemon Go, all those places. So if you're interested in that, check that out below. And if you like this video, I would super appreciate if you could give it a thumbs up, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. That helps us grow our little knitting community over here. All right. Did I say it was Friday, September 27th? I don't remember. But if I didn't, I can't believe that we're already into fall. We're already almost done with the third quarter of the Giant Mini Mal 2024, which I can't believe. I really don't know where in the world this year has gone, but it has flown by. That being said, if you have finished objects for the Giant Mini Mal and you haven't gotten them into the Ravelry finished object thread, definitely do that. I will be drawing for the third quarter prize winners on October 1st. And then we've got one more quarter to go. So for that last quarter, I'll still draw a quarterly prize just for the people with finished objects in that quarter. And then I haven't decided if there will be one or two like grand prize winners that'll be taken out of the whole January through December at the very end of the year. So that's super exciting. Definitely get those finished objects in. I have so enjoyed seeing all of the cool things that you guys have made with your mini skeins and your scraps. If you don't know what I'm talking about or you're new here, we're doing a year-long make-along that basically you just use mini skeins or scrap yarn and make a thing and post it in the Ravelry finished object thread on our Pearls of Paradise Ravelry group. If Ravelry is not accessible to you, please, please, please still send me an email with your photo and what your finished object is, and I will enter you for prizes. Okay, yeah, and if you need more detail, there's details in the Ravelry group, on my Instagram, on previous episodes. I'm not going to go too deep into it now that we're this far in the year. But yeah, we're just having fun and using our mini skeins, and you'll see I've been using some of mine. There was one more. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. I knew there was one more thing. So last episode, I had asked for some feedback about next year. Do we want to do the Giant Mini Mal again? Do we want to do something different? I got a couple of ideas, but I'd still love to hear from you if you haven't told me what your thoughts are, especially if you have been participating in the Giant Mini Mal. I'm kind of torn between, I don't know. I'm kind of torn between just continuing for another year and starting fresh with the Giant Mini Mal 2025, or someone had an idea of using books from a particular designer, things from that. And I love that idea, but I think I'd want to make it a little more general, just any pattern. Is the camera like being jumpy or weird? Or is that just on my screen? I don't know. This might be funky, guys. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully nothing. Anyways, like an ebook, or maybe even we'll count magazines. I don't know. Which would you guys rather do? Or is there something totally different that I'm not thinking of? I'm kind of personally starting to lean towards just continuing the Giant Mini Mal for another year. I have not used as many mini skeins as I had hoped to use this year because life. And maybe you're in the same boat. Maybe you haven't had a chance to participate. Whatever it is, just let me know what your thoughts are, or if you also like me, have a little bookcase full of knitting books with lots of patterns that are just waiting to be knit, and you'd rather do that, let me know. I am not running 2 knit-alongs though, just one. So whichever one we go with, or if we go with something totally different, I'm just going to do one. All right, that's enough of that. So let's move into the knitting. I'm not wearing anything today. Well, I am. I'm wearing knit socks, but you can't see those, and I'm not going to stick my foot up here, so you'll just have to take my word for it. It's still in the mid-70s here. We are willing fall to arrive, but the fall weather is slow in coming this year, so it was a little warm to also put on a hand knit anything else today. But I've got some finished objects that I'd like to share. The first one is mine. I have some of Mason's here, but this one is mine. So this is, and I made notes for this episode. I'm so proud of myself, and I did it yesterday. Go me. This one, okay, do you guys remember me casting this on? I'm not entirely sure I've ever shared this on the podcast because I don't know that I ever have. But this is the Santa stocking hat by Heather Pelletier. I don't really know. But anyways, this is finished. I started this, I think, last November. And I had planned to make it for my husband to wear during the Christmas season last year, and it didn't get done last year. And then it got put away, but I pulled it out and I finished it. So this is knit out of some kind of just mystery in my stash worsted weight. I have no idea what this is. I got it from somebody. I have no clue. And then the white, which this is blowing out, this is more of a true red. It's not that bright neon red on the screen. It's like a true red. And then the white, which is also blowing out, it's more of a cream, is Red Heart Hygge Fur in the colorway Cottontail. So I did make one modification on this pattern, which is a free pattern, by the way. I believe you can purchase a PDF version, but she also has it available for free on her blog, which is what I used. But the only modification that I made is the pom-pom. There is an option in the pattern, I think, to you just put on a regular pom-pom, but I have all this Hygge Fur yarn and I didn't want to do that. And I had knit my own pom-poms years ago for, I wrote this down, the Christmas Knit Stocking by Brianna K Designs. And I had made this gorgeous stocking, I think it was the first stocking I ever made actually, several years ago. And it used Hygge Fur, which is why I had this left over. And you knit the pom-poms for the stocking. And I remembered that and I thought, well, I don't really want to buy a pom-pom for this. And I'd rather knit it and then it would match. And I am so pleased with how this turned out. He loves it. I cannot wait for the Christmas season for him to wear this. I will put it on to show you guys. I also don't think that I went as deep on the ribbing as I should have. This part here, boop. I don't think I went quite as deep on it as I should have. But he's fine with it. It is a little bit large on me, but that's okay. It's not for me, it's for him, and it fits him fine. He likes it. So, can we put this in front? Oh, that's cute. Okay, maybe I need one. That'd be fun if we could have matching Santa hats. Am I gonna do that? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, this is not a neon red. This is a nice true red. So yeah, that is the Santa stocking hat. So if you are thinking ahead to the holidays and you're looking for something to knit for you or someone else, this would be a great little fun, festive hat. It's very cozy, very comfy. I like it. All right, so that is the first finished object. the finished objects are seasonal today. So here we have the Christmas finished object. And the next finished objects, plural, are not mine. They are Mason's. And he finished his pumpkins. I do not know the name of this pattern. I know it's a free pattern. I want to say it's by Yarnspirations. And they're crocheted because my husband crochets and I knit and we're a bi crafty household. Actually, kind of try crafty because I also sort of sew, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, so he finished the trio of pumpkins. I don't know that I'll be able to hold all of them, but this is the small one. And he is currently working on another one of these for his desk at work. And then I think this is the medium. They turned out so cute. I hope he can send me the link because these are just darling if you crochet. And he is a newer crocheter. If you have not been around, he just started crocheting over the summer. So he is newer to this, and I think he did a great job. I know all of this yarn I love this yarn, but I don't know anything else. Someone gave me like a friend of a friend's leftovers, so I have no idea what this is. Other than I know I love this yarn. And then that's the large one. Okay, so I'm managing to hold all three of them right now. I don't know if you can see, there's not a huge size difference between the medium and the large, but they are all so, so sweet. So they're perfect little fall decorations. And honestly, another thing that I had thought of before he did this, you could just leave off the stems on the bottom two and like stack them and sew them together and make like a little, I don't know, pumpkin pile. I don't know, but they are all very, very cute. And yeah, I love how they came out. I'm so proud of him. He's just like really taken the crochet thing and has taken off with it. And it's so much fun that we can do fiber crafts together now. So those are his pumpkins. I really wish I knew the name of the pattern, but I do not. All right, we'll throw the pumpkins on the floor. I think those are the only finished objects I have today. Let me double check here. Yes. Okay. I'm going to apologize right now. I am all over the place today. I wasn't even sure if I was going to podcast or not. If you've been around, you know I'm taking my third round of sewing classes right now, which this round has been particularly mentally taxing. And you know what? Let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about the sewing. Let's just get it out of the way. I know that not everybody is here for that kind of content. I don't have sewing content super often, but this is kind of a big thing. I mean, this is my third round of classes, and yeah. So we are making, I feel like this is really advanced, and I don't feel at all like I know what I'm doing with this, to be honest. But we're doing our best. So we are making McCall's M8284. I really wish sewing patterns had cute names like knitting patterns. We are making blouse A, but we are making it with the sleeves from the dress. I mentioned that I was doing sewing in my last podcast. And I know at least one person, maybe two, had mentioned that I should make my first button-down shirt for Mason, which is kind of what I was hoping for, but I didn't get to pick the pattern, the instructor did, and this is very much a feminine pattern. Full disclosure, if I'm being honest, this is not my style at all. This would not have been something I would have picked up. But, you know, it's about building skills. It's about building skills. It's what we're doing. Do you guys want to see what I've got so far? I love my fabric. I'm still not in love with this pattern at all, but I do love my fabric. So, whoop, water bottle down. Okay. It looks like an absolute mess because it is an absolute mess at the moment. but this is my fabric. So I decided, because I'm not really honestly convinced that I'm going to wear the shirt very much because I'm not crazy about the silhouette, I decided to get some Halloween fabric. Again, keeping it seasonal. And as soon as I saw these little ghosts, they're drinking iced coffees. And some of them have regular coffees and some have pumpkins. But like, it's so stinking cute. So I'm using that for the body of the blouse. And then I got this. And I just got the fabric at Joann's. It's cotton of some sort. I got this like kind of, I don't know, witchy moon stars astronomical fabric for the collar. I don't like the harshness of this collar, so I figured Mason found this fabric when we were at the store, and he's like, maybe that would break it up a little bit, and I think it's going to be, the fabric combo is super, super cute. Let me see if I can show you. So I would love to explain to you what I've done so far, but I'll be honest, I don't really understand what I've done so far. So here's what I have. There's been a lot of homework with this class. There are more pieces to this. It took me forever to cut out the fabric. I am an extremely slow fabric cutter and sewist. I'm just really slow, and yeah, I'm new. I'm learning. I'm a beginner. But I know attached these are facings, I guess. I don't really know. If you are a sewist, you are probably out there like, oh my word, she doesn't know anything. And you are 100% right. But yeah, there's been a lot of homework with this class. Way more than I anticipated. I have put already a lot of hours into this project. So that being said, I have not knit as much as I had hoped, because I have been sewing and I've been learning things. I wish I were a little bit further along in my sewing journey. I wish I were a little more comfortable, but I only started sewing a year ago and I have not been sewing super consistently. So the fact that I have been able to sit down at my machine and like, it's been easier this time. I mean, look, you guys, I'm so proud of this. If you don't sew, you won't care. I put in bust darts and I got it right the first time, which I never get sewing stuff right the first time. It took me 7 tries to sew the collar onto the body of this shirt. 7 tries. In case you were wondering. But I'm learning, we're working through it, because I really want to be able to make a handmade wardrobe. That's one of my biggest like life goals, is to have a primarily handmade wardrobe. So we're working on it. This shirt is full of mistakes, and I am sure there will be more added. Especially, I've gotten to a point that I really don't understand the next step. So I've done all I can do, and I'm hoping that on Monday in the next class, my instructor can give me some clues on how to proceed. But yeah, that's my top. I do love these ghosts. They are so stinking cute. And I have some fabric left over. So I'm hoping I can maybe make something else with the leftover of the 2 fabrics. I don't know, maybe a little pillow or something. So cute. Anyways, that is the sewing update. If you're not particularly interested in sewing, I'm sorry. But we've gotten it out of the way. This is going to be a longer episode than I thought. We're already 20 minutes in. Okay, let's move on to whips. So I am not going to spend a terribly long amount of time talking about any of these, I don't think, because most of them I worked on. I've been doing the random number generator thing most days. And most of them I've only gotten like a little more done on. So we're just going to run through them quickly, I think. So this is my Cinnabar. Obviously, the first day of autumn has come and gone, and neither of our sweaters are done. But like I said, it's still in the mid 70s here, so I'm not super concerned about it. So that's what we have, and my progress this week. And that's the this is the Cinnabar sweater by Rachael Raimo of Maven Crafted. And I got, I don't know, like 5-6 inches, something like that, done on the sleeve, which isn't bad. I think I only worked on this one day, so it's not bad progress for one day. And my plan for this, I talked about last podcast. I am going to finish the sleeve to where it hits just above my wrist, put both the body and the sleeve on waste yarn, wash it, block it, and see where we land, if I need to knit more, if I need to rip back, if I need to bind off, whatever. And that should give me a better idea too on how much longer I need the body to go. And the yarn for this is Solstice Fiber Studio in the classic worsted base in the colorway Bloom. And that's my Cinnabar sweater. Like I said, I didn't make a ton of progress on it, and that's okay. I did wear hand knit sweaters this week, which was so lovely. I wore my Autumn League pullover, since that's 100% cotton, and that was very comfortable. And then I wore my Even Easier eyelet yoke yesterday. Lovely. So lovely. It has been a tad warm for these, but I don't care. At work, the air conditioning is low enough that I'm pretty comfortable most of the time in a sweater right now during this season. So we're just going with it. That being said, I'm hoping maybe in the next couple of weeks that'll get done, because I need more sweaters in my rotation. All right, next up, top number 2 is the Azul tee, or the Azul, I don't think it's technically called tee, but it's t-shirt, by Elizabeth Smith. And we've got our little ghosty stitch marker on there. We are, again, like, so seasonal, so ready for, I mean, it's officially fall, but we're ready for it to feel like fall. And I am working on the front panel of the sweater. It is knit in the round bottom up, and then you split for the sleeves and the front and back panels. So I got quite a bit done on this. Random number generator liked this project this week. Whoop. It's just one of those days, guys. And yeah, I am close to, there's like a band of stockinette, and then I think you go into the neck and shoulder shaping, and I am very close to that point. So that is exciting. I have been considering, now I come up with these grand sewing plans, but we've all seen how quickly I sew things and that it is not quick. And yeah, but I have been thinking, how cute would it be to make like a burnt orange or like dark orange dress to go underneath this, like a linen sleeveless dress maybe to go underneath this top. I feel like it would be a really cute transitional piece for like transitional outfit from summer to fall. I don't know. Just a thought, but I could equally see this going over a pink dress and being very cute, or like a minty green dress. I don't know. I feel like this would be very cute over a dress though. I'm sure it would be cute with jeans too, but ideas. All right, and for this, I am using Knit Picks CotLin, which is a DK weight yarn, 70% cotton, 30% linen, in the colorway Clarity, which is blowing out kind of weird. It's like a very pale baby blue. And that is my Azul tee. Or my Azul, whatever it is. And that'll just get done when it gets done. Now that we're heading into fall, I am not in any kind of a rush to have this done. It'll just get done when it gets done. Although if it keeps up in the mid 70s, I may be more inclined to reach for something like that than I would a sweater with long sleeves and wool. Let's see, what else do we have over here? We'll just keep going with the sweaters. I did get a decent amount done on my husband's Flax. So this is the Flax by Tin Can Knits, and I am knitting this for my husband, Mason. I have never knit him a full sweater before. He's gotten sweater vests, but never a full sweater. So it's time. He is the most knit-worthy person I know. And I finished off the ribbing for the body. He did try it on. It fits him really well. There's a little bit of like extra fabric in the chest area. It seems like, which is kind of odd. I can't figure out why it's like kind of doing that number actually, like that a little bit. I'm wondering if once the sleeves are on and once this blocks, but if the sleeves will like pull a little bit and it won't be quite as, I don't want to say lumpy, that's not right, but I don't know, maybe it'll just even out. I really don't know. But it's fine. He loves it either way. And I got that little bit of ribbing done on the body. And I got the sleeve picked up. And again, this is another one. I think I only worked on it one day. So not a ton done. But we've got sleeve 1 started. So we're on Sleeve Island now. We'll see. We'll see. I would like to have this done for him soon. But it is way too warm for him to wear this. So, again, I would like this done soon so that he has it to wear. But, like, he's probably not going to be able to wear it for at least another month or so. I am knitting this in Lionbrand Fisherman's Wool in the colorway Nature's Brown. There we go. And again, I don't know if I said that's the Flax by Tin Can Knits. And I'm pretty sure those are all the sweaters and tops that I worked on over the past couple of weeks. So let's move on to blankets. Let's move to blankets. So living in my pumpkin spice junkie bag, because we are all about fall, I have my Beekeeper's quilt by Tiny Owl Knits. Doing well with remembering stuff today. And I did finish with this is my Pokemon quilt. Let me back up. So this is, you knit these little hexie puffs. And then once you have all these hexie puffs knit up, you tie them all together to create this quilt. Okay, that's what it is. It's a quilt, like you stuff them. They're super cute. And I am using the first 2 years of the Fangirl Fibers Pokemon July 31-day countdown. So I have 62 mini skeins that are going to go into this. And I have, this one is trying to get away. Each one is inspired by either a Pokemon type or a Pokemon. And I have figured out I can get 7 hexie puffs out of a mini skein. So I've already got normal energy. You saw that one, which is normal type. And I finished up the mini skein for Eevee. And in case you're not familiar with Pokemon, this is Eevee. So I figured I would bring her out to show you with her little hexie puff. I think Emily did a great job capturing her colors. They match perfectly. And so that's Eevee. She is so cute. She's one of my favorites. So I finished hers. So I've got 7 of hers. And then I have finished, I think 3. I think I'm on the 4th one of this beautiful, like deep periwinkle kind of color. And this is Ditto. And Mason is going to crochet a Ditto for me. He's got another whip he's currently working on, which is going to be a little ghost. He is making that. Actually, let's go ahead and plug. His one whip is a crochet ghost pattern. which I'll probably talk about when he's got that done next time. And he is knitting that for Nicole of Witchin' Knittin' Mama for her Ghost Mal. Why can't I remember? Grim Grinning Ghost Mal? Something like that. Anyways, he's crocheting a ghost for that. But then he's going to make me a ditto. So I probably won't have the ditto in 2 weeks. But you never know. I don't know how fast it's going to be. But anyways, those are the hexies that I have gotten done. Like I said, I think I'm on hexie number 4. Random number generator really liked this project this week. So, oh, and there's a normal one. So I can put all 3 together and kind of show you. So pretty. And I have finally gotten in a rhythm with these. It's gotten fun. I did not enjoy this at first. I don't typically like DPNs, and that's what you do for these, but I'm liking it now. It's my 30 minutes of knitting project in the morning, although 30 minutes of knitting has been really hit or miss these days because I've just had a lot to do in the mornings, and I've really only done it on the mornings I've been going to work, not on my weekends, or I had a day I had a migraine that I didn't knit. So, all right, one more blanket to show, and then I have a new cast on, and then we'll do Happy Mail. I had a request from a friend to show this blanket. I haven't shown it in a while, and then Random Number Generator picked it. So that was exciting. I got some work done on my Cozy Memories blanket. And I've got that living in a fall bag now. It officially lives in a basket with the scraps that are intended to go in here. But that basket is a tangled hot mess and not portable. So I pulled it out, put it in here, and then I'm just grabbing a scrap from the tangled mess whenever I need one. Let's see. Oh, let me get this detangled here. Okay. So this is the last square that I had done the last time I showed you. But I've got this one, which was a mini skein from an advent I got several years ago from Ms. Monsters Creations. And each mini skein is like just enough to do a square. I think some of them might not even quite be enough. They're supposed to be 10-gram minis, but they are not all 10 grams. So this one, the colorway is Christmas Cake. And I don't think she dyes anymore. This one, I am going to assume both of these, I think, are from previous Fangirl Fibers advents, leftovers. Probably from Haunted Mansion something would be my guess. So I got this square, and this one is the one I'm currently working on. Let me see. I probably can't fit the whole thing in the frame. But it is coming along. I might make it wider. I don't know. We'll see. But I have really enjoyed getting back into this too. It was a project that I enjoyed for a while, and then, I don't know, I kind of fizzled out on it. And I haven't picked it up in a really long time. So it was really nice to get this back out and get some scraps added in and a mini. So that's my Cozy Memories blanket. And I am using the pattern because I know there's several different versions of this. The one I am using, I wrote down, Cozy Memories blanket by Shelley Dupont. I believe she is Polka Dot Creek, I think. Anyways, that's my Cozy Memories blanket, making its first appearance in quite some time. And last but not least, I've got one more knit to share with you. I meant to talk about this last time, and I didn't. Totally forgot about it. But as we all know, the first day of autumn was this past Sunday. Well, in the Northern Hemisphere. I think in the Southern Hemisphere, you all are just moving into spring, which is exciting for you all. But up here, we have moved into fall, in case you haven't gathered that from this episode. And I always, at the equinoxes and solstices, just to mark the beginning of a new season, I cast on a new project. And I cast on the Karee shawl, I think is how you pronounce it. Karee, I'm not sure, by Ambah O'Brien. And I can't reach it. Hang on. Pardon my reach. Okay. And it is living in this lovely bag from my friend Amy, who doesn't make bags anymore, but. And here's what I have so far. It looks super weird. It's supposed to look weird right now. So it's such an interesting, it's very interesting. I don't want to say too much because it is a paid for pattern, so I don't want to give too much away. But you kind of cast on in a funky way. I don't know why I'm trying to explain this because I don't fully understand it, but I'll understand it as I'm going through it. I'm one of those people where I kind of just need to do something to understand it. So we've got eyelets, and after this, so you've got this part, and then the whole shawl is like blips of this, and then striping sequences, which will be these two, which I have not wound up yet. So let's talk colors and yarns. Okay, I don't even know how I'm going to manage this. You know what? We'll start with this one because then I can put it down. This is Sweet Tea Yarns by Molly Klein Design in her Sweet Sock base in the colorway Dusty Sea Glass. And it is so pretty. I forget why I bought it. I think I just bought it because I wanted to add some solids to my collection, solids and tonals. And this is just such a pretty solid. And I think it's going to stripe really well with this kind of charcoal brown. And the brown and the pink are both the same brand. I am not even going to attempt to pronounce this. It is French. I Googled it, and I think it, like, the translation is like early in the morning or something. But it's, I'm just gonna, oh, you guys aren't gonna be able to see that. It's blowing out a lot. Okay, well, it's Tot le matin. I know I just butchered that. Oh, I'm so sorry to anyone who speaks French. But anyways, this one did not have any kind of colorway. It is their Tot Sock 100% superwash merino. And the entire label is in French, other than the part where it says hand-dyed in France. Hand-dyed in French. Maybe you can see. No, the camera's not going to focus. Okay. Anyways, I got this and this one, which is the same brand. And this one has a French color name that I can't pronounce either. But anyways, I got these in a mystery bag from the Yarnbird's truck. And they're the same yarn base, just different colorways. I'm going to assume, based on what I think this name is and this one, that maybe these were one-of-a-kind skeins. I really don't have any idea. But I think that they're really pretty and that these three are just going to make a beautiful, beautiful shawl. They're not very fall colors exactly, but that's okay. I think they're really pretty. And I've had this shawl in my queue for quite a while, so I am excited to knit it. It's kind of an interesting shape, an interesting construction. The cast on, which I think is in the Ravelry listing, but I don't want to say it just in case it's not. Well, I guess I wouldn't be giving a whole lot away, but you do a Turkish cast on, which I have never done. So that was interesting. I learned something new, tried a new technique, which is really great. So yeah, that is the Karee shawl, the tiny little bit that I have of it. And I am excited to continue to work on that. And those are all my whips that got some work in the last couple of weeks. let's move on to Happy Mail. I only have one thing, and I had mentioned several episodes ago that before life kind of fell apart back in July, before then, so I think in May, maybe June, I don't know, I had ordered a Halloween yarn countdown, and it arrived, and I got it from, who did I get this one from? Gem State Yarns, and I have never ordered from them before. I've never used any of their yarn or anything, but I had wanted to try someone new. I am so impressed with just the way that this was packaged and everything. It is really, really cute. I'm going to try to hold it up. So, whoop. Nope. That's not going to work. Okay, maybe. So this is how it came. And okay, let me resituate. There we go. So there's like this yarn tag with the colorway of the name of the, I can't talk today, the name of the countdown and washing instructions and all of that, which I think is just such a cute detail. And that's really nice to have that all on one tag. And then they sent me a little card with a coupon code, but I'm gonna just cover that up. A little thank you. Throw that in there. And then there's a little card, and it is, oh, I didn't even explain. So it is called Monster Mash, and it is like cryptid themed, which I think is really fun. This year's theme is centered around the idea of cryptids hanging out at a party. Colorway names each include a cryptid with what they might be doing at this party. Colors are bright and fun, mixed with several, can I talk today? Black and gray tones. So it's in fade order, which I didn't know it was a fade, which is totally fine. I didn't know that. But you can mix them up if you want to. You start with number 31 on October 1st, and then you count down. So anyway, I just thought that was really nice. And I love that it explains. I like rules, and I like knowing what's happening and what's going on. So I really like when things like this come with an explanation. The other thing that I think is cool, this is the colorway chart, which I love colors and bright and rainbow. And these are each scratch offs. So you scratch off the colorway each day, which I think is just really fun and really creative. I haven't seen that before. Maybe other people do this too, but this is the first time I've ever had an advent that did that. So I thought that was cool. Or it's not an advent, it's a countdown. And then I had totally forgotten I had ordered the bag that went with the advent. And it is so cute. This is such a nice, I don't know fabric. I know, I allegedly so, but I don't know anything about fabric. But it's like really, really nice and really durable and sturdy. There's this like really pretty wristlet thing that's braided. I don't know if this is handmade or not. I'm not sure. And then it's lined in purple. It's got a couple of pockets. And this is such a nice little bag. So I love that. And then I'm not going to take these out. I'm going to leave these in and just pull out each day's and open it. And that way I can put it back so that they stay in fade order. I'm hoping maybe I can figure out, I have some ideas of what I want to do with this if it truly is a fade. So I'll probably open the first few days, and if it looks like they're really going to fade, then actually I don't even care. Why am I saying that? I don't care. I kind of want, don't hold me to this, I may change my mind. I kind of want to do the Dotted Rays by Stephen West. I'm not doing the Mystery Knit Along. I've never done the Stephen West MCal. It looks super fun, but The clues look like a lot of pressure to me. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not doing that. But I would love to knit one of his shawls like during the mystery knit along. I think that would be kind of fun. Even if I don't finish it, I probably won't finish it in that time. But I think, look at these. Like she did these, look at the little tags. Like what detail. And they're in these really nice bags. So I'm going to leave them in here and then just as I'm on, working through that shawl. I think it's, yeah, I've seen, who did I see? Grace of the Cat Knit podcast knit one several years ago out of an advent that was a fade. Because I think you can kind of just keep going with the pattern until you're done. And I really liked how hers turned out. And I thought that was a great way to use up an advent set and have one cohesive pattern. So I'm going to do that with my Halloween countdown. And even if it doesn't fade, like, it'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. I like bright, fun, scrappy, stripey things anyways, as we know. And that's all I have for Happy Mail. I don't anticipate ordering any more yarn this year. I don't think. I do have one person who has reached out to me who wants me to make them something, which I typically am not taking commissions or requests, but they wear me down. So I may have to buy yarn for that, but otherwise I don't think I'm going to be buying any more yarn this year. And that's it for all of that. Yeah, let's move to reading and watching really quick. And I don't have much of a life update because I've just been sewing, so we're going to probably skip life update. Reading and watching, we are still watching Only Murders in the Building. We are a couple episodes behind. We need to catch up, but that's like our favorite fall show. It's just so fun. And I don't know. We really enjoy that every fall when it comes on. So we're enjoying that. And reading in the car. My husband and I carpool every day. We're a one-car household. We are currently listening to Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I love Alice Feeney. I love her writing style. I think her books are great. We are flying through this book. It is so good. The audiobook is amazing. The narrators are both great. It bounces back and forth between perspectives. I really love it. So we're listening to that. And then my nighttime reading, my bedside book, is The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. I know that came out over 20 years ago. Actually, I think it'll be like 25 years in like a year or two. And I've read a lot of her other things and I just haven't read that one. And I don't really know why. I own it. That's probably why. That's probably exactly why. I feel like if I own a book, I'm less likely to get to it because I can read it anytime. Whereas if I get it from the library, I'm on a deadline. I don't know. But I'm really enjoying that too. And I think that's about it. Not a lot else going on. I have watched a few podcasts. Not as many as I normally would because I've been sewing. And yeah, it's been a busy couple of weeks. Yeah, just a lot. It's a lot. I'm just going to ramble at this point because I don't have much left to say. My word, words are hard today. And so this is a shorter episode. Sorry if you don't like the shorter ones. Congratulations if you do. But I hope that you guys have a great couple of weeks. Get those finished objects in the Ravelry thread. Make some cool stuff. Do some fall things or spring things. I had planned to make pumpkin bread today, but that didn't really work out, but it might work out later. I don't know. Anyways, that's my fall bucket list thing that I want to do today is make some pumpkin bread. But whatever you're doing in your little corner of paradise, I hope you find some joy in it, whether it's crafting or cooking or baking or walking outside or sportsing or cleaning your house or folding your laundry or whatever it is. I just hope you find some joy in that. And I will be over here just knitting and sewing away in my little corner of Parmadice. I'll see you next time, friends. Bye.